Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm embarrassed to tell you I've probably been talking to myself for 2 minutes and realized I didn't even turn that on yet. It's on now. Getting some coffee. It's early. So, VD Lorenzo 2578 had asked me to do my top 3 razors, so we're going to try to check a bunch of boxes in this video. And I'm going to hit the modern razors, my top razor, and then what would fill out my top 3 depending on my circumstances. The giveaway for the Techmatic. There's nearly 100 views for almost a week, and there's only been one person that has mentioned he'd like to try it. So I'm going to send it off to Ian. And so, what else? Oh, I guess some have already seen probably videos on this. Sterling came out with iRich Moose, kind of a take or copy of Irish Muse. Anyway, such a nice scent. If you know why he made this, you've smelled the original, then you know what it smells like already. I never smelled the original. I'm assuming it's pretty close from what I've read. I do not have a splash to go with it because I was just getting the soap. I just loved the artwork. Couldn't pass it up because it's such an iconic one that it is copying. I did order, coming from Germany, a small bottle of the original Irish Muse aftershave, and after getting the soap, I decided to go ahead and order from Stirling the matching splash as well. So got that, but today we'll be using Ethos Unscented, and I was trying to make it a fun shave because of the artwork on this and everything. So we grabbed Stuart with the great Timberwolf knot, great brush. I don't use enough. And for the razor, we're going to use a titanium Diamondback from Paradigm. So let me go ahead and wet the face, get some lather going, and then we'll start talking about razors. It's been a busy week. I'll be busy the next few days, and I didn't know if I'd get the shave in later video. So I thought, well, let me try to kill some things and get it today while I'm not sleeping. Get some things accomplished, and maybe then I can sleep better tomorrow night. All right. Typical Sterling lather, which is just a great lather. What a value they are. And then when Rod and Mandy come up with artwork like that, and a scent remake of such a popular, iconic soap, it seems like when I was reading on the forums, people were comparing Irish Muse to like Irish Spring soap. I don't get that. I guess I see how some might. But anyway, everybody's olfactory senses are different, so. I get a little more citrus from this than I do Irish Spring. And I'm an Irish Spring soap user still. Old school. Alright, so I'll say off the top here while I'm shaving with, get this water off the glasses, it's going to drive me nuts. You know, you might occasionally still see it, but you used to see it more often when people say, what is your desert island razor or set that you would use? Wizamet blade in this. Anyway, and I always hated that question because I'm someone that's always liked variety in my setups. Early on, I couldn't have variety. I was very simple, basic, Colonel Conk, um, Mama Bear, soap, stuff like that. As circumstance changed and I could have the variety, I just enjoy that variety. So, and just having something different each day. So I always hated that. But when I got this Paradigm Titanium Diamondback on the pre-order, when Andrew redid them, honestly, this would be the single razor that I would have and use if I had to absolutely choose just one. And there's no point in asking me. Someone invariably is going to say, what would you compare it to? Nothing. That's why it's the one that would replace all others for me. And anyone that knows me knows the number of razors I've used, so I'm not going to try to I don't know what word I'm looking for. I'm not going to try to express that I'm in the best position to choose this, but I've gone through a lot of razors. I've owned a lot of razors. I still probably have between 100 and 200 somewhere. I have no idea because I've reduced it in recently. Some ones I got rid of recently that were modern ones. I got rid of my Wolfman dual comb. I got rid of my Charcoal Goods Gen 1 level 2. It's nice to have them. The Charcoal Goods especially was nice to have because they're basically unobtainium anymore, but having something just because I'm not a collector. I'm a user of what I have, and if I'm not really reaching for something, using it, I just didn't feel the need to have it sitting there. All right. I am going to get to the others. The other modern razors. So, another one that I really enjoy was what came out right before this, Diamondback, the titanium, and that was a stainless steel salient. So I think you can still get these from Paradigm for 99 bucks. This is not the handle it comes with. That's a titanium tie-band handle, and that's what I keep on it. But that is a great shaver as well. Very smooth. Not as good as the Diamondback, but a very great razor. And I'll get to 2 and 3 spots here in a moment. For me, The titanium Diamondback is so far in the lead as #1 for me. I figured it was more important to really hit the top razor. All that dead space you have there, Dave. Okay. Let me hit with a little witch hazel. So, after this one, which I will hit some others that I still have. I have a Rockwell that, and some people, you know, it's so industrial, they didn't care for it and stuff, but mine's got a high polish on it. This was done by someone that I got it from, I traded for, and the Rockwell was always a favorite. It is an amazing shaver for the money. You can't go wrong with that one. Because of the polish on this, I don't use plate 6 like I normally did. I use plate 5 because it changed the geometry of it somewhat, or the exposure. But you can't go wrong with that. As far as top razor, it's going to be the Diamondback. Then, if you get into the single edge, Ollieworks Meteorite, great smooth shaver. I'd compare that with the Rockwell. It's a mindless, wonderful shave. You get their 3-piece. I've got the adjustable too. I enjoy the Timeless 9.5 open comb. I have a Yates 921. It's a great shaver. I've got a modified Nadachi handle that I use on that. Just looking to see what other moderns I keep kind of close by. So after that, if you get to like the single edges of the modern world, I have a titanium Vector polished model from the first batch. Basically Blackland polished, not aftermarket polished. I also have an Alpha Spirit in stainless steel stand. And then I have a very plain looking Shield AC style 3-piece. Don't think they give that a specific name. So I point all 3 of those out because they're all great shavers. I've been on the fence about selling the Vector. I've had people tell me that the polish on the ones coming out now is not of the same quality as these. That thing will run you over $400. Probably close to that's what I'm going to want for it in the secondary market. I've held off selling it because I don't want to have seller's regret. But honestly, the Alpha shaves just as good for me. You know, the design is a little different because it does not go through the blade like you see, but I like the idea. It feels more sturdy, solid to me than the Vector with that flat screw. I worry about that at times anyway. So the Alpha is a good choice, and honestly, at 1/10 of the price, you know, I paid $40 for this in the secondary market. I don't know what they go for normally. This thing shaves every bit as good as those other 2. It may not look as fancy. It may not be as dressed up. The angle is a little bit different, and it just, to me, shaves better than the Vector and the Alpha. But I do like those 2 and how they look and everything. So That's where I would hit my two and three mark, somewhere in there with one of those, or the Rockwell is a good choice as well. So I don't know if that answers it or just muddies the water. The bottom line is that titanium Diamondback is king of the hill as far as I'm concerned. I'll always have that. I've sold and bought vectors when I've had buyers or buy and seller's remorse, whatever you want to call it. Um, I had a 2020 Diamondback in stainless steel, and at the time money was tighter for me, and so I let it go. Do I regret it? Not after having this. So much better. This will never leave the den. Um, so if that tells you anything, that's how I feel about modern razors. Anyway, there we are. We covered a lot of territory, didn't we? Oh, great soap. They probably got blitzed when they released this with sales. They probably still have some though. I would get it if you like it. If you've never used it, you want to experience it, there's your opportunity. If you always loved Irish Muse and you wanted something like it, there you go. So I would grab that. Got the giveaway. Go into Ian. I've got your address, Ian. I'll get that off to you. The Techmatic. There you go. I think that's everything. I'm going to go get another cup of coffee and wake up more before I go to work. I hope everybody has a great day today. I hope you have great shaves. Thank you to the new subscribers. Appreciate you very much. I don't know that I'll do another video over the weekend. I might, or we just might wait till the next weekend, okay? I might get to one by Sunday morning. My schedule's going to be a little different this weekend, so might be able to get to one Sunday morning. But I wanted to get this out with the giveaway and the razors. VD Lorenzo 2578. Thank you for your patience on that, and I will get to doing my vintage picks that I would have. I'll try to narrow it to a top 3. We'll see. We'll figure something out. Anyway, I wanted to get that out though because he's been very patient and he asked about that, and there you go. Be kind, be safe out there, and we'll see you on the forum.